Alright, hello po, magandang agham po sa ating lahat. Muli tayo po ay live ngayon sa official Facebook page ng DOST PCAARRD para sa closing ceremony ng kauna-unahang Native Animals Fair, a showcase of research and development outputs and technologies on native pig, itik Pinas, and native chicken. Muli, ako po ang inyong tagapagpadaloy ngayong umaga. I am Sean Sarabi and I am honored to be your masters of ceremony para po sa kauna-unahang Native Animals Fair, brought to us by the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development, or DOST-PCAARRD, in collaboration with three consortia in the country, the West Mardec, the CLAARDEC, and the MAARDEC. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, to formally start our closing ceremony, may I request everyone to please rise for the doxology and the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Alright, please be seated po. Maraming salamat po. That was the pride of the Western Mindanao State University, the WEMSU Grand Coral. Ngayon naman po, para ating makita ang lahat ng highlights, kung ano nga po ba ang kaganapan ng ating week-long celebration ng Native Animals Fair, ipe-present po namin sa inyo ang highlights of events in line with the Itik Pinas, Native Pig, and Native Chicken. Alright, so unahin po muna natin, tignan po natin ano po ba ang ating highlights for the Native Pig. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all watch this video for the highlights of events of our Native Pig. A round of applause, please.
Happy day to all our Zoom participants and to our Facebook Live audience.
On behalf of MARDE, we are grateful with this opportunity to collaborate in organizing this momentous activity.
I am pleased to welcome everyone to this webinar on the Native Big Days Techno Forum, virtual farm tour, kitchen science, book launching, and live streaming.
Morning everyone. Today I'd like to share with you the various genetic tests that has been developed or is developing. The PCC is developing for the Philippine pig.
Proving the meat quality of Marcaduke, the power of molecular technology. I am Professor Arnolfo Monleon, the program leader of the DOST PCAARRD R&D initiatives on Philippine Native Pig.
Good morning everyone. I am Joanna Nargaloto from Marcaduke Research and Development Center.
Start your native pig farm.
I cannot exactly remember when was that, but I can only say that it all started when I was in high school because my parents have a sow and the sow would bear some piglets, and by then it all started there, and until I graduated in college we were able to have that one because it's our source of income.
Now we are excited to virtually tour you to the Sinarangan Native R&D Farm. Let's watch this video.
Welcome to Marinduque State College.
Welcome to the DOST PCAARRD MSc Artificial Insemination Laboratory.
Marinduque State College is honored to have pioneered the concept of lechon science through the efforts and expertise of Dr. Arnulfo Monleon,
Foremost, I would like to DOST Picard is honored to co-publish this book with you.
This book, Lechon Science, is a primer in broadening and expanding the scientific grounds for generating innovations and technologies and improving economic and livelihood for countries.
Okay po, para po sa ating mga minors, ito po ang gagamitin nating code, #MindBuildMan.
Thank you po sa lahat ng viewers natin sa nag-share at nag-like ng ating live selling.
Alright, maraming salamat po. Muli bigyan po natin ng virtual round of applause ang presentation ng ating highlights para sa Native Pig. Sa puntong ito, tinatawagan po namin ang Consortium Director ng Mimaropa Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium, Dr. Christian Anthony Agutaya, para po sa message para sa atin lahat.
Good morning to all. Allow me to acknowledge everyone, to the able and supportive Picard officials and personnel, MARDEC, Marinduque State College, Eastern Samar State University, and others for all the hard work, perseverance, and persistence in the conduct of the Native Pig Day yesterday, April 28, 2022. We make a difference, show our good work and leadership for the successful conduct of the Technoforum, success story of the Sinirangan Native Pig Farmer Cooperator, virtual farm tour, Lechon Science Book launching, and live selling. All of us are committed as generators of innovations and change. Let us work together in rising up to the challenge of science and technology. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. God bless us for good health and safety.
Alright, muli bigyan po natin ng masigabong palakpakan ang Consortium Director ng MAARDEC, Dr. Christian Anthony Agutaya. Right, moving on po sa ating presentation ng highlights of events. This time naman po, tignan naman natin kung ano ang mga nangyari sa Native Chicken Day. Allow me to introduce to you the Consortium Director of the Western Mindanao Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium, Dr. Teresita A. Narvaez, para po ibigay sa atin ang highlights ng Native Chicken. A round of applause, please.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Allow me to share to you the highlights of the Native Chicken Day, which was conducted last April 27. There were 3 breeds of native chicken promoted. The Darag in Iloilo, Caraga Black, and Zampen for Zamboanga Peninsula or Sambazolta. The topics during the Chicken Technoforum were as follows: selection and breeding management of native chickens, nutrition and feeding management of native chickens, native chicken production management and business options from native chicken production. During this time, the discussion were lengthy and focused on how to produce our native chickens. And the different adapters shared to us how they were able to innovate, especially on the management of feeding and also on the care and management of the flock. And these are only done in very simple technology, very manageable activities in the farm. Wala masyadong high-tech, but these are all very easy management procedures done in the farm to be able to produce quality breeds of our native chickens. And always, the focus is that the idea that we can just raise it easily because it is our local genetic resources. Hindi sensitive ang mga manok, despite the fact that there are rare cases of disease observations in the farm, but these local breeds of ours, the native chickens, can easily adapt and they can easily recover from those minor bacterial infection and other diseases in the farm. That goes to show that our local genetic resources are highly adaptable to our local environment. They are resistant to diseases. And then on the live selling in the afternoon, we experienced and we were excited, everybody, because it's the first time that we had this live selling. We expected that most of the farmers will come from our region, but those who mined for this offer are those from Luzon. We have Cavite City, 2 modules, Pasay City, 20 brooders and 10 hardened chicks, Manila, 40 heads hardened chicks, Bukidnon, 2 modules, and 1 module for Rizal Province. However, after the 1 hour of live selling, we receive a lot of inquiry. And they're asking for a second round of live selling. We wonder why there were very few or not much of the farmers, especially in our region, who joined us in that FB live selling, and they were confused of they thought that it was just a program. They thought that this is not the real, it's not the actual selling. So ang akala nila kasama sa programa lang na meron tayong palabas. Hindi nila alam this is actually now the real selling of our native chickens. However, we still receive calls that they are willing to buy, and in fact, we are still committed to deliver 3,000 heads of hardened chicks this month of May. But still, we already collaborated with our adopters and breeder raisers to be able to meet the demand of the buyers. And during the time, there were 2,700 people reached, 363 reactions and comments and shares. So this is the actual scenario during the live selling of the native chickens. Okay, so how many are watching? 35%. For recommendations and followers, 35.8%, and shares, 28.6%. Thank you so much, and good morning again.
Maraming salamat po. Bigyan po natin ulit ng masigabong palakpakan ang Consortium Director ng West Mardec, si Dr. Teresita A. Narvaez. Ngayon naman po, tignan naman natin ang highlights of events para naman sa ating Itik Pinas. Sa Itik Pinas, nagkaroon din po tayo ng mga pa-contest. Meron po tayong pa-contest sa poster making, both digital and traditional, at meron din po tayong pa-contest sa photography. So kasama na po yan ngayon sa mga sumali. Abang-abang po kayo dahil i-announce na rin po natin ngayon ang mga nanalo sa mga patimpalak na ito. So allow me to introduce to you the OIC Consortium Director of the Central Luzon Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium, Dr. Maria Excelsis Orden, para naman po sa highlights and announcements ng mga activities in line with Itik Pinas. A round of applause, please.
Isang magandang umaga sa ating lahat, sa lahat ng ating tagapakinig at tagapanood dito sa FB Live. So, we are proud to present the highlights which was conducted last April 26. Sa unang bahagi ng ating palatuntunan noong April 26, nagkaroon tayo ng welcome remarks at ito ibinigay ng Pangulo ng Central Luzon State University. Of course, we have our guest speaker last Tuesday, and this was Dr. Sinan Baguio, the Director of LRD of DOST PCAARRD. In-emphasize ni Dr. Sinan the important role of Itik Pinas in uplifting the duck industry with the different technologies that were developed by researchers, especially the breeds or the breed ng Itik Pinas na kayumanggi. These technologies are product of R&D efforts of our researchers from CLSU, WIMSU, SKSU, BAI, and SPRDC with funding from DOST, PCAARRD, and DA-BAI. And then this was followed by the overview of the different activities for the whole day. And this was given by yours truly, the OIC Director of CLARDEC. And then ito po ay sinundan ng Technoforum. Gusto nating ipaabot sa lahat ng mga stakeholders ano-ano ang mga teknolohiya ng itik at paano ito na-develop. So meron po tayo mga guest speakers na binubuo ni na Dr. Alfred Parungaw of PCAARRD, Dr. Leonilo Abelia of BIMSU, and Mr. Michael Benavides of SKSU. Ito po ay sinundan ng noontime videos. So ipinakita natin ang iba't ibang video ng pag-aalaga ng itik. Tapos ito po ay sinundan ng Entrep Talk and Farm Tool. Kasama po natin dito ang may-ari at operators ng dalawang Itik Pinas Farms dito sa ni Mr. Renato Ramos of RCA sa Nueva Ecija. So kanyang ipinakita kung paano mag-alaga ng itik at paano pagagandahin at pakikitain ang pag-aalaga ng itik. Ito naman po ay sinundan ni Mr. Ramon Marquez of Green Rose Duck Farm mula sa Candelaria, Quezon. Sila pong dalawa ay partners ng CLSU at BAI para mapalaganap ang Itik Pinas dito sa atin, sa Pilipinas. Ito po ay sinundan ng live selling, kung saan po nagkaroon ng dalawang live selling. Ang una ay kasama natin ang RCR Farm with Miss Jeremy Ramos at saka si Miss Jean Carla. And then ito po ay sinundan ng live selling naman mula sa Candelaria, Quezon. Sila po ay nagpakita ng ating mga produkto ng Itik Pinas at sila po ay nagbenta, nag-promote ng kanilang produkto, fresh eggs, balot, at saka po yung mga ready to lay at saka yung mga chicks. Kung inyo pong matitikman ang balot, siguradong kayo ay maiinganyo na kumain, bumili at probably ay maggawa ng sarili ninyong balot mula sa Itik Pinas dahil ito ay totoo namang masarap at maganda. Balot sa puti. Meron po tayong pa-contest. Dalawa ang ating pa-contest. Native Animals Photography Contest at saka po yung poster making contest. Nung una po, Akala namin ay pang-itik Pinas lang yung ating photography at saka poster contest. Pero meron pong nag-submit na iba-ibang klaseng animals. So ang ginawa na lang po namin ay nag-select kami ng native animals winners photography contest. So makikita po natin dito ang mga nanalo. Ang una para sa photography ay may pamagat, kaagapay sa kahit anong panahon. Ito po ang first place at ito ay pinadala sa atin ni Miss Gladys D. Abalos. Ang pangalawang premyo ay nakamit ni Mr. Raymond Rocaport Jr. at ang pamagat ng kanyang photo is Piggy Banks. Ang pangatlong pwesto ay nakamit ni Angelica Gonzalez Rocaport at ito po ay may pamagat Mi Compañero or My Companion. And then, meron po tayong pinili na People's Choice Award. Ito po yung maraming nag-like or naglagay ng puso sa ating FB page. At ito po ay ang entry ni Miss Gladys Abalos, kaagapay sa kahit anong panahon. And then, meron din po tayong poster making contest. At meron din po tayong tatlong nanalo. Ang una ay pinadala ni John Daniel Martinez Pernia, ang pamagat Canvas. And then yung pangalawa, pinadala ni Stephen Bondok, ang pamagat Hanap Buhay. And then yung pong ating ang ating pangatlo, nawala yung aking listahan kasi hindi ko makita. Okay. At ang pangatlo natin para sa poster is pinadala ni meron din po tayong People's Choice Award. At ito naman ay napanalunan ni Jonas T. Supan at ang kanyang pamagat ay Itiknolohiya. At tinignan po natin kung gaano kadaming stakeholders ang ating naabot during the April 26 celebration ng ating Itik Pinas Day. So, meron po tayong na-reach na 4,557 sa Facebook. At meron po tayong engagement na 850 at saka yung mga views na 3,400. Sa yung pong iba pa nating data ay hindi pa natin nakukuha. So we hope also na marami rin po ang narating ng ating palatuntunan noong araw na yon. So, sa lahat po ng gustong kumontak tungkol sa Itik Pinas, narito po ang mga ahensya na pwede nyong puntahan, pwedeng tawagan, or pwedeng padalhan ng message through FB or through the email addresses. Of course, meron po tayo Central Luzon State University, Sultan Kudarat State University, Western Mindanao State University, at ang ating po mga konsorsya pinubuo ng CAARRD, West Mardec. And then of course, PCAARRD, DABAI NSPRDC, DABAI PNAD, yung pong ating dalawang farms, isa sa Saragossa, Nueva Ecija, RCR Farm, at yung Green Rose Duck Farm na matatagpuan sa Candelaria, Quezon. So yun po, marami pong salamat sa lahat ng tumutok sa ating Itik Pinas Day noong April 26.
Alright, so maraming salamat po. Muli bigyan po natin ng masigabong palakpakan ang OIC Consortium Director ng CAARRD, Dr. Maria Excelsis Orden. At congratulations din po sa lahat ng ating mga winners sa poster making contest sa digital at sa traditional, and of course sa mga contestants din po and winners ng photography contest. Alright, so at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, to give us a message, allow me to call in the Vice President for Research Extension Services and External Linkages and the Consortium Director of the Western Mindanao Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium, Dr. Teresita A. Narvaez. A big warm applause, please.
Dr. Fortunato de la Peña, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Rowena Cristina Guibarra, Undersecretary for Research, Dr. Rinaldo Ibora, Executive Director of Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources, Dr. Sinan Baguio, Director for Livestock Research Division of PCAARRD, Director Martin Wee of the Department of Science and Technology Region 9, Dr. Maria Carla Chotorena, President of Western Mindanao State University and RRDCC Chair of West Mardec, other university officials, consortium member institutions, farmers, entrepreneurs, and representative of the local government units. Good morning. Finally, we arrive at our last day of the Native Animals Fair. With much success and enthusiasm, our event would not have been possible without the all-out support from our partners and supporters. First, to the Department of Science and Technology, and to the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources, Research and Development, or PCAARRD, for the funding and technical supports of all the R&D initiatives provided to the consortia for almost 2 decades of hard work of the research for native animals. Second, we would like to acknowledge academe and research institutions and collaborators for carrying out the responsibility and accountability of the various programs and projects. All the technologies and other R&D outputs generated were shared, showcased, and disseminated for the purpose of technology utilization and commercialization. These are all the products of years of hard work and patience of research work. Highlighted in the event are the sharing of success stories, ideas, and experiences that ignite motivation for more adopters to help realize in building rural enterprises out of the native animals. We are hopeful that the 5 days event opened the interest of farmers to utilize and develop our local genetic resources of native animals for development of our regions, industry, and economy. Our heartfelt thanks goes also to all the participants, program implementers, and collaborators. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much po. Muli bigyan po natin ng masigabong palakpakan ang VP for Wrestle ng Western Mindanao State University at West Mardec Director, Dr. Teresita A. Narvaez. At this point in time, to formally close the first ever Native Animals Fair, it is my honor to call in the Director of the Livestock Research Division of the DOST PCAARRD, Dr. Sinan S. Baguio. A round of applause, please.
Salamat, Sir Sean. Mga opisyales at kasamahan sa trabaho sa West Mardec, CLARDEC, MARDEC, at sa mga ahensyang kasapi sa mga konsorsyang nabanggit, mga opisyales at kasamahan sa trabaho ng mga ahensyang taus-pusong lumahok sa ating Native Animals Fair tulad ng NSPRDC ng Bureau of Animal Industry, ng Caraga State University, ng West Visayas State University, ng Capiz State University, Philippine Carabao Center at UPLB, sa ating mga kasamahan sa Applied Communications at Livestock Research Divisions ng DOST PCAARRD na walang pagod sa pagbahagi ng kanilang oras at talento upang mabuo ang 5 araw na pagdiriwang ng Native Animals Fair. Sa ating mga partners mula sa private sector na sina Sir Ramon Marquez ng Green Rose Duck Farm at Sir Rene Ramos ng RCR Farm, sa ating mga industry stakeholders na sumubaybay sa ating 5 araw na pagdiriwang at aktibong nakilahok sa mga aktibidad na bahagi sa ating pagdiriwang. Mga kaibigan, katuwang sa trabaho at mga kababayan, magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ako po ay lubos na natutuwa sa matagumpay na pagdaraos ng ating Native Animals Fair. It was a humbling but inspiring experience to see how our target clients and beneficiaries of R&D on native animals showed appreciation and interest on the outputs that we have generated. Let me emphasize that these outputs were generated from R&D programs and projects that were actively participated by private industry players during the conceptualization, planning, implementation, and monitoring and evaluation. Ang gabay na binigay ng ating private sector partners ay isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit nakapag-develop po tayo ng mga improved native animals na maituturing na mahalaga sa pagpapaunlad ng ating industriya sa paghahayupan. During this event, it was fulfilling to see young researchers who successfully generated information and technologies from their research work and were able to share those outputs to our clients clearly and effectively through innovative means. With dedicated young researchers and science workers engaged in the R&D on native animals, I am seeing a bright future for the Philippine livestock industries. Before I end this message, allow me to wholeheartedly thank the men and women from our West Mardec, Clardec, and Maardec consortia, from our partner implementing agencies, and from the Applied Communications and Livestock Research Divisions of DOST PCAARRD. This Native Animals Fair is a job very well done. Maraming salamat din sa lahat ng nakilahok sa pagdiriwang na ito. I hope that the native animals that we are seeing and profitably utilizing today will serve as among the factors that will guide us toward appreciating and embracing our culture and hopefully lead us to love our country more. Para sa akin, simple lang naman ang kailangan para umunlad ang Pilipinas. Mahalin mo. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po. Muli, bigyan po natin ng masigabong palakpakan ang Director ng Livestock Research Division ng DOST PCAARRD, Dr. Sinan S. Baguio. At dito po nagtatapos ang ating napaka-successful na celebration ng Native Animals Fair. Muli, pinapasalamatan po namin ang aming lead implementor ng ating Native Animals Fair, ang Western Mindanao Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium or WestMardec, and the Western Mindanao State University as its base agency. Of course, ang aming co-implementing consortia, the Central Luzon Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium or CLAARRDEC, and the Mimaropa Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Research and Development Consortium. Of course, pinapasalamatan din po namin ang aming mga cooperating agencies tulad na lamang ng Bureau of Animal Industry, Caraga State University, Central Luzon State University, Eastern Samar State University, J.H. Ceriles State College, Marinduque State College, Sultan Kudarat State University, Western Visayas State University, and of course ang Western Mindanao State University dito po sa amin sa Zamboanga Peninsula. Of course, hindi po magkakaroon ng Native Animals Fair kung wala po ang todong suporta ng DOST PCAARRD. Maraming salamat din po sa Livestock Research Division ng DOST PCAARRD sa pangunguna ng aming director na si Dr. Sinan S. Baguio. Of course, ang Applied Communication Division po sa pangunguna ng aming director na si Director Marita A. Carlos. At sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng DOST PCAARRD sa pangunguna ni Dr. Reynaldo Ebora at sa kabuuan ng Department of Science and Technology. Maraming salamat po sa ating Secretary, Honorable Secretary Ayan, ang ating Honorable Secretary, Secretary Boy Fortunato. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa ating lahat. Muli, thank you so much po everyone for joining us in engraving a mark on history as we celebrate the first ever Native Animals Fair, a showcase of our R&D outputs and technologies on native pig, itik pinas, and native chicken. Muli, ako po si Sean Sarabi, ang inyong host para sa Native Animals Fair. Magkita-kita po tayo muli para sa Native Chicken Fiesta next week. Magandang agham po sa ating lahat.